Hi everyone, I'm Waltriessa, and this is part one on how I got started in the industry of show business, the true confessions of a performing artist. So, at 17 years old, there I was working at Six Flags theme park in Houston, Texas. Oh my goodness, the park doesn't even exist anymore, you guys. It's gone. My childhood. But that's how I got my started at 17. I was in high school. I was working at a place called Chat and Chew. A burger joint. And I was putting the lettuce and tomatoes on burgers. Well, I went to my boss one day and I said, this isn't what I want to be doing. I want to dance in the show. And he's like, dance in what show? I'm like, the Six Flags shows, like the theme park, like out here, like the performing people. And he was like, they're older than you. They're in college. They're getting their dance degrees, or they already have them and they're young adults. You can't just be in the show. You got to audition. So I was like, well, can I audition for the show? At the time, I was on my dance team as the head colonel. And back then, the head colonel is the main officer of the dance team. I was over about 95 to 100 other dancers, where I led them into different routines and choreography and dance camps and football routines. And we performed in pep rallies. Woo! So I told him, I have two officers that are my head captains of the JV and of the varsity, and I'd like to bring them along with me. Like, they're like my assistants. And they're also at the time, they were really my close friends. Talia is still one of my really, really best friends. Love her. So I asked if we could come and audition to be in the New Year's Eve show. And my boss just looked at me like, this girl isn't going to give up. Like, I'm going to have to allow her to audition for the show. So I was like super stoked that he said yes. And in the meantime, I asked, could I transfer out of the Chat and Chew, the burger joint, and go and work at the Cow Palace? And the Cow Palace were these mechanical cows that moved around and danced around, and they sang, and they were completely mechanical. And I asked him, could I go and like press play, because like they had people there that did that. And so I asked if I could get transferred to that department and at least be around other people who were interested in the arts. Not the mechanical cows. I mean, like, there were other people there that pressed play as well, and we kept the place looking neat whenever people would come and watch a show. So that's how I got started in the very, very beginning of being a part of performing arts. It wasn't easy, you guys. I literally was networking at my finest in the very beginning of this whole performance life, not even realizing it. Like, to go up to my boss and say, hey, this is what I want to be doing. Will you give me that opportunity? That was a big deal. And for him to give me a chance and to allow me and my co-officers to come to the audition was another awesome thing. We went, and he not only let us come, he let us do the kick line portion of the audition, which they had never had a kick line portion of the audition. So we got to run it, and it was like 5, 6, 7, 8, and we had everybody hook arms and kick as high as they could without, like, lunging over or scrunching over and stuff like that. You had to have great posture. So that was really, really amazing. And me and the girls, me, Talia, and Missy, we actually ended up getting the job. So at 17 years old, that's when I had my very, very first performance artist paycheck. And I was already considered a professional dancer, because once you get paid for your craft, now you're a professional. And it was at Six Flags, and it's where I made some really cool friends being in the performance arts. My friend Nettie, and at the time Angie. Nettie and I are still really close pals. She lives out in Florida, and I have since moved out of Houston and moved to Las Vegas. And It's just been really great, you guys. I got to perform with Porky Pig and Daffy Duck and Buzz Bunny because, you know, Six Flags is all about the Looney Tune characters. And my mama got to come and see me perform, and you can hear her in the crowd saying, "That's my baby!" It was so cool. Stay tuned, you guys. Keep watching. This is only part one of Confessions of a Performing Artist. Someone who's really been in show business and that can take you behind the scenes. Check out my photos for this one, part one. See you guys soon.